Hey everybody, hi fourth grade, I miss you so much. I have been thinking about you all, I've been praying for you all, and I just hope that everything's going as best as it can be for you. I am going to read you guys a story, the Revere Engineer. And I have been trying to practice for you all, so I hope you like it. All right, so this is a story of Rosie Revere, who dreamed of becoming a great engineer. In Lila Greer's classroom at Blue River Creek, young Rosie sat shyly, not daring to speak. So there she is in the classroom. I hope y'all can see that. But when no one saw her, she peeked in the trash for treasures to add to her engineer stash. And late at night, Rosie rolled up her sleeves and built in a hideaway under the eaves. So she digs in trash to find the things for her inventions, which I think is kind of gross actually, but cool for her. It's a story, remember? Alone in her attic, the moon high above, dear Rosie made gadgets and gizmos she loved. And when she grew sleepy, she hid her machines far under the bed where they'd never be seen. So she's building all of these great gadgets and gizmos, which are inventions, little things that she's creating, and she's putting them under the bed. She's hiding them. When Rosie was young, she had not been so shy. She worked with her hair swooping over one eye and made fine inventions for uncles and aunts, a hot dog dispenser and helium pants. Never seen helium pants, but check those things out. Bam! The uncle she loved most was zookeeper Fred. She made him a hat to keep off his head from parts of a fan and some cheddar cheese spray, which everyone knows keeps the pythons away. Whoa, did you know cheddar cheese spray keeps the pythons away? Because I didn't know that. And when it was finished, young Rosie was proud, but Fred slapped his knee and chuckled out loud. He laughed till he wheezed. His eyes were filled with tears, all to the horror of Rosie Revere, who stood there embarrassed, perplexed, dismayed. She looked at the cheese hat and then looked away. I love it, Fred hooted. Oh, I truly do. But Rosie Revere knew that could not be true. She stuck the cheese hat on the back of her shelf, and after that day kept her dreams to herself. That is so discouraging, right? Like for you to make something for somebody and they not appreciate it, all that hard work to protect him. And that's how it went until one autumn day, her oldest relation showed up for a stay. Her great aunt Rose was a true dynamo who worked building airplanes a long time ago. She told Rosie tales of things she had done and goals she had checked off her list one by one. She gave a sad smile as she looked to the sky. The only thrill left on my list is to fly. But time never lingers as long as it seems. I'll chalk that one up to an old lady's dreams. Oops. There's the airplane and her great aunt, her great aunt. That night, as Rosie lay wide-eyed in bed, a daring idea crept in her head. Could she build a gizmo to help her aunt fly? She looked at the cheese hat and said, no, not I. But questions are tricky and some hold on tight. And this one kept Rosie awake through the night. So when dawn approached and red streaks lit the sky, young Rosie knew just how to make her aunt fly. So her aunt wants to fly, and here she is in her bed dreaming about her flying. How cool is that? But she worked and she worked till the day was half gone, then hauled her cheese copter out onto the lawn to give her invention a test just to see the ridiculousness flop it might turn out to be. Here she is. She's made it. She's going for it. She's like, okay, I'm going to try anyway. Strapped into the cockpit, she flipped on the switch. The Hello Cheese Copter sputtered and twitched. It floated a moment and whirled round and round, then froze her heartbeat and crashed to the ground. Those words were kind of hard for me to read. Look at how they did that. That's kind of cool, right? The airplane, her little cheese splutter. Then Rosie heard laughter and turned around to see the old woman laughing and slapping her knee. She laughed till she wheezed, her eyes filled with tears, all to the horror of Rosie Revere, who thought, oh no, never, not again. Will I try to build something to sputter or spin or build with a lever, a switch or a gear, and never will I be a great engineer. Oh no. There it is, because it crashed, it fell, but that's okay. And there's her look at her great aunt laughing at her. She turned around to leave, but then great aunt Rose grabbed hold of young Rosie and pulled her in close and hugged her and kissed her and started to cry. You did it, hooray, it's perfect first try. The great flop is over, it's time for the next. Young Rosie was baffled, embarrassed, perplexed. I failed, said dear Rosie. It's just made of trash. Didn't you see it? The cheese copter crashed. Yes, her great aunt, it crashed. That is true. But first it did just what it needed to do. Before it crashed, Rosie, before that, it flew. Her aunt giving her a little hug there. Letting her know, baby, it did that. You did that. Your brilliant first flop was a raging success. Come on, let's get busy and on to the next. She handed a notebook to Rosie Revere, who smiled at her aunt as it all became clear. Life might have its failures, but this is not it. The only true failure can come if you quit. Look at Rosie. Now she has all these ideas in her head. Look at her. She's so inspired. They worked till the sun sneaked away to its bed. Aunt Rose tied her headscarf around Rosie's head and sent her to sleep with a smile ear to ear to dream the bold dreams of a great engineer. At Blue River Creek, all the kids in grade 2 build gizmos and gadgets and do hickeys too. With perfect failure, they all stand and cheer, but none quite as proudly as Rosie Revere. So they're all her classmates building things, inventions, and happy with smiling faces. So cool. Okay, that's the end. Yay!